All right, still too early to tell, but altcoins total 3 showing big signs of life, and also couple that with a visit just for one day under the 618 and nice recovery candle. Look at that. And now look at what we're doing. We're flipping all the moving averages back. We're holding the higher moving average. We have our target of the 200 back in sight, right? Until we get back above all of these, we're still a little skeptical. We're still a little weak, right? We haven't got all our powers back yet, but we clicked off the 618. So far, so good on the 0.5, climbing up. Next target, 382. If we get up here, then we are above all moving averages. We've taken out the previous high. We've got a lot going for us up here. So if we get even close to 900 billion again in the next couple of weeks or day or two, that would be really great if we can make a move like that. Then realize the bigger bulls could be stepping up here. So looking at the daily chart, if we zoom in here, looking at, see, there's the kind of the 2-bar reversal there at the 618. Previous swing lows took it out, right? Deviation, like instant recovery. Back above the 21 EMA as of yesterday. Now we're right at the 200. We're doing what we need to. It's just you don't want to fail here, right? We don't want to hold here. That would still be a sign of weakness and still in this downtrend, but we're doing what we need to do. So far, so good. Just climb up a little bit more. We start to get up in this area. I think we're getting out of the abyss, and you know this is what it's going to take to kind of start a full alt season. I think we're going to have to get above this zone really to get anything really cooking sustainably, right? Not that we can't get moving here, right? If this is the actual low, which we hope so, you know, in the next, I mean, still has a chance to, you know, come April 1st, we could still be up in here. This would be great if we could start April just with a bang, or even end out March, right? We could make a nice last week of March going up here. That would be, you know, great. The macro charts on Bitcoin and everything for you know the monthly, like, still absolutely okay. So let's see how the altcoin charts are looking. So far, so good on the rebuild. 3-day chart now zoomed out, right? Similar vibes, kind of pierced down through it, closed to absolute new lows, even went lower the next candle in instant recovery. Okay, so we're still good. We're climbing what we need to do. Usually, if you can, you know, kind of recapture the 0.5, you have enough momentum, maybe we can continue the move here. So next target is kind of right where we come into the bigger resistance, and you can see it even more clearly here on the 3-day chart. Range lows, range highs, resistance. We tried again right here. Rejection off the 21 in that zone. Got to climb back up there, and it could still happen here in the next week to 2 weeks if we can flirt with this, right? This is where, you know, alt season began right here, if that's true, right? It could be, but full blown, we want to see good stuff again, great stuff again, like we saw out of XCN and SWFTC, you know, a couple months back in January, right? I think all that kind of stuff can start again, you know, once we get above 900, flipping that's kind of the area where we break loose, I think. Weekly chart, obvious level still. I mean, you can make that probably even more of a definitive line there. Look at that range low to range high. I mean, that's almost right on it. 920 billion seems like the number to really get things moving again. But looking at the weekly scale, look at this. Right below the 50 week at the 618 with just a wick. Also, we revisited the March highs. We haven't done it with Bitcoin, but we've done it with altcoins. We've done it with the total market cap. Why do we need just Bitcoin? Right? Maybe all we just needed is the full market caps. I think that's a better signal to me that we don't have to go lower. Like, everyone's waiting for Bitcoin to revisit the 2024 highs, like, or, you know, 70K from last cycle. I don't see any reason why we need to do that. In fact, looking at total 3, this looks absolutely textbook perfect, ready to go. Revisited the 618 after, you know, look at this drawdown. You know, 40% drawdown on altcoins as a whole. Perfect. At the 618, great. I would love to see a kind of what we're looking for on Bitcoin, where we see this big tall candle come back up here. If we can close like this week or next back above 900 billion, I think things could get out of hand again pretty quickly. And we might just see alts go ballistic. Again, like whenever that line is crossed, 925, 9.25. Gonna get hard to sit still in your seat. I think we're gonna see epic moves up here. Look at the chart. Look at the evidence right in front of you of great chances, right? Nothing's for sure, but I mean, if there's ever a pattern you would look for, it'd be like a 40% drawdown. Let's go to the 618 on the total altcoin market cap and then bounce. Like, that's a movie script. Looks great.